it simple, just alright guys, this is on public demand because you guys wanted me to explain break-even point once again, because maybe it's your exam time. Alright, so let's start this break-even analysis by splitting it into three different parts. Technically, when we are doing break-even analysis, we are either trying to find the point where the business is at its break-even, which means TC equal TR, or we want to know profit, or business might be making a loss, right? And you know profit formula is TR minus TC. So it's so easy to imagine the graph of break-even analysis because you know that we need revenue and cost curves. Right, so let's get into the analysis. Before I show you how we present that in a graph, let's talk about the formula which you can use to show break-even. So right, break-even, as the term suggests, that is TC equal TR, and if you further write the values of TC and TR, or if you use the formula of TC, which is FC plus VC, fixed cost and variable cost, price times quantity sold or demanded is your TR. From this formula, you can further derive a formula for break-even, which is FC over price minus average variable cost, right? So using this formula, you can actually find where the business is at its break-even, and this is better to do it first before you draw the graph, because you want to know exactly where the break-even happens. So this simple formula helps you to find the output, and then when you draw on a graph paper, it's easy for you to know exactly where the break-even happened, right? So let's talk about now how the graph look like. Right, to make it simple, and as I asked you normally for which city, and you tell me for simplicity, I'm gonna take the simple analysis where I assume price is fixed. And when I assume price is fixed, your revenue curve is going to be upward sloping straight line originating from the origin. This is your TR because price is fixed. Obviously you need to label the both axes, so I'm going to take revenue and cost here. This is your output, and this means if let's say price is fixed at 10 euro per unit, this means as you sell more and more units, your revenue increases constantly 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So this is upward sloping, right? Later in the analysis, or in a little bit complex analysis, you can actually have the different TR, which is like umbrella shape. But we are not going to do this in grade 10 for IGCSE economics, right? Now I'm going to take the cost analysis, and the cost could be a straight line like this. I hope that you can see it. My resources are always depleting. You can take it like this. This is your TC. Again, we assume here cost increases with the constant slope, which is again a hypothetical situation. A more real shape of the cost is like a 2D curve. It's like this shape. So this is your TC. Why does it start exactly from this point? Because you know there is in the short run something called fixed cost, right? So this is your fixed cost. That's why in the short run it does not start from zero. Right, now it's easy. If you want, you can get rid of fixed cost because we do not need fixed cost in our break-even analysis. Likewise, we don't need total variable cost, and that's why I did not draw it. Otherwise, make your graph a little bit complex. To make it simple, just TRTC is enough. Right, now these are the 2 points where you think or you see TC is equal to TR. So these 2 represent break even, right? Because here there is no difference between cost and revenue. And this means here the area starting from the origin, you can see the red line, the cost line is above the revenue line, so you're making a loss. Here in this gap, let's call this A and B, between A and B, this whole area shows profit, right? If you need to find where the profit is maximum, you can also draw a tangent curve, and wherever this curve becomes tangent to the revenue line, somewhere here, your profit, which is represented as pi maximum. Again, you might not need this in IGCSE business studies, so you can just simply show the graph with break even here. But anyway, the profit exists between A and B. Now there are 2 break even points. This is Q1, this is Q2, right? So mostly the useful break even point is Q2 because you can see that before point A at Q1, the business was only making loss. So there was no point of stopping here. You enjoy all the possible profit and then stop at point B, which is break even in this case. And then that is the best point to stop exactly, right? You can also show here margin of safety, and for that I'm going to use more simple analysis. Just give me a second. I want to show you a more simple diagram for break even, and that is your TC, TR, output. I hope that you can see it clearly. This is your TR, and let me change the color. So this is your TC, right? At this point, break even happens because total cost equal to our revenue, and using the formula I told you earlier, I can write it down again here. Your break even formula is price minus average variable cost. Remember, this is average variable cost, so you should be able to find average variable cost if total variable cost and output is given to you. If you are asked to calculate margin of safety means how safer you are in terms of production. That means how many more units of output you are producing beyond your break even. So let's say this business is producing at Q1, like let's say these are 100 units and this is 110 units. That means the margin of safety for this business is 10 units because you are producing 10 more units than your break-even output, right? So that's what your margin of safety is. The formula for margin of safety is your current output minus break-even output. That means this is your Q1 minus Q, and that's going to be 10 in this example. right? So I hope you understand this simple analysis of break even. Of course, this is not a perfect way of showing things. You can see that cost curve and revenue curves are just upward sloping straight line. In reality, they are not. Cost also changes, revenue does change because you do change the price in the real world. Like this is almost Christmas time, Black Friday is coming next week, and you will see the discount, so the price is not going to be same in many cases. In that case, this analysis is not that effective because the data would give us a different cost and revenue lines in that case. Also, this may not be a very effective way to analyze a business because this is just a quantitative way to know exactly what the business is earning, profit, loss, or break even. It does not tell us anything about the quality of the product and the changes happen in the market, right? So I hope that you understood. It was a short analysis in maybe 10 minutes. If you have questions, you can send me the message on Teams, or you can write in the inbox message places in YouTube. And all the best to you. Bye bye.